Hey there, y'all. This is Jack, and today we're discussing Kagura Bachi, Chapter 7. And again, another pretty good chapter here. And also, I found it odd that Pomni from Amazing Digital Circus made an appearance. I guess she just found her way into this chapter. We'll get to it when we get to it. But first, if you like content like this, like Kagura Bachi or any other reviews I do, like One Piece, My Hero, Record of Ragnarok, Jujutsu, please consider subscribing. I greatly appreciate it. All right, let's cut to the main show. Kagura Bachi, Chapter 7, Smoke. All right. So essentially, we just cut to the same right after the last chapter where Shihiro essentially just sliced, down all those villains easily, and he took them down. And at first, again, I wasn't sure if he sliced that dude up and killed him. I thought the main body might have been hidden somewhere, but no. Turns out, yeah, the dude's actually dead, and he's picking up Char. He's picking up Char and getting ready to go. Chihiro's like looking around. He's like, "All right, we gotta get out of here." And he looks and the car's destroyed, and he realizes, oh, "Okay, yeah, we gotta. All right, time to get booking." But before he could, more assassins show up, and one wearing an Oni mask as he appears and says, "I wonder how much Soju will pay us." As him and two other assassins arrive, and they surround Chihiro. And Chihiro, he gets his sword, but his hands are still shaking from the events of what happened in the last chapter. Good to see that he's not, completely OP or overpowered. He's still trying to wear off the effects that are on him. He's still shaking, even though he said in the last chapter, that yeah, what you gave me is what I experience every day. But it still shows, that someone that made him that relive that moment even worse than what kind of really was, where his dad's there and just talking to him all bloody and mangled. Yeah, that Cheeto, he's still affected by that. So I like that a lot. But as one of the assassins comes in right for Chihiro, and he makes his arms bigger, like much more muscular, while the rest of his body stays the same. So interesting sorcery there. Chihiro's about to make an attack, but then someone stops Chihiro, just kind of puts his hand over Chihiro's and says, "Put the sword away." And then he immediately moves and just kicks the guy in the neck so hard, surprising all the sorcerers, including Chihiro. As the Oni mask guy's like, what was that? That guy just used pure speed. There was no sorcery in that speed. And the guy just holds his hand out towards another sorcerer. And the sorcerer starts chanting. There's one monk-looking sorcerer starts chanting. We don't see what he's saying. But as he's chanting, the new comer says, "Oh, so that's how it feels like." And then the one with the Oni mask recognizes a pin on the newcomer's cloak, right, on his shirt. As he looks at it, he says, "Wait, that what is that? Or not what is that? But what, like, okay, so that's who's here." Essentially, he recognizes it as the sorcerer. The newcomer sorcerer goes right to the monk sorcerer and hits him so hard, immediately just smashes him with his fist all bloody. But it was bloody before he smashed that sorcerer. And he looks over towards the Oni mask dude and says, "You're strong." As he pulls a thin string of energy, which is interesting. I'm not sure if he's pulling it, if he's manifesting it or he's pulling it from the dead dude. But he's right there as he looks over, and the Oni mask guy's like, "Wait, hold on. Wait a sec. I didn't know you were involved in this." And we do know what the new guy, what he's involved in, what organization. And he's like, "All right, yeah, I gotta get out of here. I'm out. Peace." And the Oni mask dude just bails. And like, okay, I'm not gonna lie, I would probably do the same if I was an assassin and some more powerful dude arrived and just wasted two of my friends. I'd probably be like, "Yeah, I'm out. Get out. You got this. I'm out." Poof. And the guy just says, "I have no. How have you been, Chihiro?" As he looks over at Chihiro, and Chihiro obviously recognizes him as he says, "Azami, thank you for your help." As he thinks to himself, "Wow, he didn't even use sorcery." And Char is just in the behind Chihiro saying, "Who's he?" And then Azai says, "Things are crazy right now. I shouldn't be doing this during my mission. Let's get out of here real quick." And Chihiro again thanks him. "Thanks you. Is your hand all right?" As Char continues, says, "Who's that?" The guy kind of looks at his hand as he's seeing it's all bloody. As Chihiro says, he's a sorcerer that takes jobs from companies and the yakuza. And the guy just looks at his bloody hands and starts yelling in pain. As Chihiro says, he is from Kumanabi. Forgive me, Japan. They are the ones who hired him. So yeah, they're essentially, as we learn later on, as from actually what Shiba points out here, as they arrive at the where essentially where they met Char for the first time, as he knows are there, they all meet Shiba there, just waiting. He's like, huh? What are you playing at, Azumi? As Hinaro says, oh yeah, are you here to protect Char? And Char kind of like, wait, what? Because no, she doesn't want no one else to protect her. She wants Chihiro because she grew in a bond with Chihiro, especially with their last few moments in the last few chapters of them actually kind of bonding in a weird way, bonding with him where Chihiro saving her and actually relating to her and their in their suffering and their past and everything, stuff like that. He kind of she's more attached to Chihiro, which is pretty sweet and everything. As the guy says, he says, I wish I could protect her, but you know what? The Kunamabai was established to in purpose. It didn't change. Essentially, to go off and fight other sorcerers that pose a threat to the populace and to the people and everything. Essentially, that's what it is. Like, I guess private military would probably be the best connection where they're hired by either this government or they could be hired by other people like the Yakuza to go around and kind of take care of business essentially. But they're not here to take charge. They're not here, working for the main villain. They're here on other official business. And Shiba kind of says the elimination of threats to the country. They don't tolerate conflicts with each other. I'm glad I quit. I'm glad I quit when I was in there. So yeah, it shows that Shiba was actually a part of that. So this group was actually established during the war that they fought during the war that Chihiro's father was in, where the katanas were used. So again, pretty good stuff there. Great world building there. And it obviously shows why this guy's just so powerful, even not using sorcery. So that's pretty cool there. And Char just says, then I can stay with Chihiro. And then she just starts doing her jacket thing, where she's just kind of flipping around. As Shiba says, she seems very happy. And Chihiro's like, you call that happy? And as they continue the conversation, Azuwa says, so what's the deal? The higher-ups are bugging out. They've been going crazy about the bounty that Shoju put out. And we see Char in the back. We don't see her, but we see the sleeves of the jacket continuing to flap. Again, pretty funny stuff there. As Shiba says, they want to ask you what you're thinking. And she was like, wait, what? Hold on, what did you say? As Akaza says, only a few people know about Chihiro's existence and the seven mystic katana. The higher-ups in the Kanabai know. They're the ones that protect the Rahai tribe. As Chihiro just kind of looks over, listening to the conversation as Akaza continues to speak. The mystic katana being out and about is considered a threat to the country. I'm responsible to secure all of the katanas, but I've been dismissing you and hiding it from the higher up. So again, Akaza kind of knows about Chihiro and his antics, but he's been like, he's been playing dumb, like he doesn't really know about Chihiro and what he's been up to, what he's been doing. So again, pretty good. It shows that he's a really good guy and everything, because obviously we see later on that he knows Chihiro's dad, as he says. However, I keep hiding it from the open, but you guys have just been going crazy in the city, and that's just kind of being hard for me. It's kind of not going to be all that possible anymore. And Shiba kind of essentially agrees. He's like, yeah, I know. Chihiro knows that, but he has to continue fighting. That's just kind of who he is. And Akaza just kind of brings up saying, you know what? We do got some information. And even though he doesn't want Chihiro to get a part of this, like why he does not want Chihiro to be a part of this, but he kind of tells Chihiro what's up. So that's kind of like the only flaw I find in this chapter. Like he generally does not want Chihiro to get involved in the situation. He gets going after the katanas, but going after the main boss, actually the threat. He feels like he's gonna the newcomer Akaza feels like that him and his group has to take care of this, but he wants to give Chihiro like an order of advice, like, yeah, don't really get involved with this dude here. But of course, once you give Chihiro that information, he's gonna get involved. Even though Chihiro does say something that's like supposed to be like, okay, chill, all right. But we'll get to that. I found that moment actually quite hilarious, as Akaza explains to Shiba and Chihiro, saying, that you guys are gonna find out sooner or later, but in this month, there's gonna be an auction that's only held once a year, where the higher ups go underground. It's called the Rakuza Market. The Miskatana Shijuchi will be sold there. And we get Chihiro's face as his eyes widen as he continues. The seller will be, and then we cut to the dude wearing a mark on his hand that one of the guys that killed Chihiro's dad, as he says, Shoujo, give me the report. And they're and it's interesting how the panel is, and then we see like a massive, it looks like have you ever seen Demon Slayer, the Infinity Castle, where like all the rooms and everything's all kind of like upside down, sideways? It's very, very much reminiscent of that. I immediately thought of that, so I'm assuming they're kind of some kind of other pocket dimension. Someone's using some sorcerer to be in another pocket dimension. Yeah, very interesting. I'm not gonna lie, I think it's pretty cool. It looks pretty cool to me. As yes, the main villain. Well, I guess the one that has a katana, the current main villain of this arc, I should say. Shoujo says, do I have to attend these meetings? You want to report everything's going according to plan. That's it. And then we cut to Chihiro just thinking to himself, Shoujo, not only Kuragamo, but also Shoujo. He's definitely had something to do with the Hakashi. I'm so sorry, Japan, I'm butchering these names. As Akaza continues to say, Shoujo has been on the wanted list of Kumabari for more than 10 years. But still, the reason why he's still active is in the undergrounds. And it's because he's very cautious, so that's why we can't catch him easily. So Chihiro, you aren't ready to fight him yet. The warrant that's out for Shoujo was just deliberate by my subordinates. Shoujo, you did get stronger. Your hands are still shaking after using that blade. Just leave Shoujo and the market to us, okay? And Chihiro's like, okay, I got it. I like that. I genuinely like that. I thought that was pretty funny. I was like, okay. Chihiro's just like, yeah, okay, whatever you say. But he's obviously not going to listen, And even Akaise kind of guesses. He's like, I know you're lying. And Shiba kind of speaks to him and says, you're saying it and you know it, but Chihiro's going to get involved. He's not going to let something like this get out of your hands, So, he's going to get involved. And as the guy just kind of looks at his phone and he sees Shiba and Chihiro's father, as the wallpaper on the phone. And again, it's a flip phone, so I'm very curious to what year this happened. I mean, it's possible that the flip phone could be I know there's flip phones nowadays. I've seen them before. I think they're pretty neat. I like flip phones a lot. I'm not gonna lie, but I don't use them because smartphones are more practical. But yeah, we see on the background of them on the wallpaper, and he kind of looks at me like he gets it. Even though he doesn't want Shiro to get involved, but Shiro's gonna get involved because his father's dead. As he says, Akazu says, after killing Rokira, Hasha has caused several other incidents, but he made he's never made a move this bold before. They are trying to do something with the katanas. They counterly will be active drastically again until the auction. Give it your all, as he tells Chihiro, and then end a chapter. So yeah, again, he knows Chihiro's gonna get involved, and he's like, well, I know you're getting involved, but go for it. Just give it your all and do your best. So overall, I did like this chapter a lot. I found it again interesting. We got a little bit more of the world building, just the organizations, how they're going, and we also have a clear goal on what our heroes are going to be doing. So that's interesting. The only thing I didn't like is he told Chihiro about this information. Yeah, I get it. They're kind of lamp shading it where he's like, yeah, Chihiro, I don't want you to go. Oh, you found out and you're going to go. Well, not you found out, but you heard about it and you're actually going to go. Well, give it your best. It's like, come on. Like that's lamp shading if I ever heard any. But yeah, overall, I just thought this chapter was actually not that bad. Again, Kagurabachi's been pretty dang solid, I gotta say. So yeah, I'm gonna give this chapter 7 out of 10. I like it. Char again being adorable. Chihiro's actually being very cool. She was being a good guy. And Akaiza, forgive me if I'm mispronouncing his name. I know I am. My apologies. But again, he seems pretty cool. And yeah, I'm very interested to see how. Because he beat those guys without sorcery, but something happened to his hand. His hand got bloody, right? So why is that? And he did say something like, yeah, I didn't expect something to the effect like that damage. So does any damage he takes, he could transport it to another part of his body? But if that's so, then wouldn't he know that his hand? If he should look at his hand to see where the damage came from? I'm very curious to what happened. Unless the monk that was saying something was damaging him, that actually could be it. To be honest, now that I'm thinking about it, the monk, whatever words he was saying was actually affecting Akaiza, and that's when he realized, oh, free, I actually did get hit by it. But I don't know. There should be some speculation. So, but overall, let me know what you guys think of this current chapter, and yeah, I'll be very, very interested to hear what you all have to say. Because again, it's still new. It's the manga is still in a single digit, so that's crazy. And I'm glad I'm there. Well, I was there from the beginning. My last channel got nuked, so yeah. Thanks, Shueisha. Anyway, that concludes my review, and I hope you guys have a great day. Take care.